A very big box has arrived from Amazon. Let's open it up and see what's inside. So first up, we have a pail of something. And this is a pail of citric acid. We'll put that off to the side for the time being. We have a CO2 monitor. Wonder what that could be. And then another box inside a box. Get this out of the way. Now let's check out what's inside this box. This is something cool for the aquarium. First we have an accessory bag. We have another box. We have a CO2 reducing valve. We have a CO2 solenoid valve. We have a collapsible mini funnel. We have a stainless steel refiner. And then another box inside a box. So what we have here is this is a ZRDR DIY CO2 generator. So this is a alternative to buying CO2 cylinders, and this is for the aquarium. And this is going to benefit my live plants. So what this uses to generate CO2 is citric acid and baking soda. So like I showed earlier, I have a tub of citric acid, and I also have a tub of baking soda. So with baking soda and citric acid and H2O all combined into this vessel, I will have CO2. So the various accessories. This is the reducing valve. So opening this up, see what it looks like. So I have a baggage of accessories. Looks like a spare O-rings and a couple of washers. This is the bubble counter. So this vessel gets filled with a little bit of water, and the CO2 comes up from that little nipple there in the center of your screen. And then we have the regulator itself. So this operates in the range of about 25 pounds of pressure. So it has a range from about 5 to a little over probably about 25, 22, 23, something like that. And this little doohickey here is the regulator for the bubble counter. And then we have the a dry filter here. So this gets attached to the bottom of the that's actually a spare, because the dry filter is already on there. That's pretty neat. And then we have the stainless steel refiner. So we have a bundle of airline. We have some suction cups. And the refiner itself, which has a very fine mesh ceramic disc to atomize and produce very small bubbles of CO2 to be released into the water. And then we have a little mini funnel here to fill the vessel. So this is a collapsible little mini funnel. I guess you just push this out, and now you have a little mini funnel to go on top of your vessel. Whoop. And then we have a CO2 solenoid valve. Which consists of the solenoid itself and a little O-ring. So careful not to lose that. "12-volt DC. So this is to turn on the CO2 system during the daylight hours. So that's basically when the lights are on. So probably what I'll do is I'll tie this into my 24-volt daytime lighting system. I'll run a buck converter. So to convert 12 volts, the 24 volts to 12 volts. So anytime them lights are on, the CO2 solenoid will activate. And then we get the wall wart itself. So this is just a really cheap, inexpensive AC adapter. So it says 12 volts at 500 milliamps, so that ain't much. I got plenty of buck converters that can handle that. And you get a little wrench for something. And then this final little box is the base for the vessel. Because when this is under reaction, this whole vessel will sweat. So this is to keep it off the floor a little bit. So on the label here, gives you all the instructions how to operate this thing. And then on the top here, gives you the measurements. So it'll be 200 grams of baking soda, 200 grams of citric acid, and 300 milliliters of water. So a milliliter is the same as grams. So 300 milliliters will be 300 grams of water, 200 grams of citric acid, and 200 grams of baking soda. So I'll have a video of this, setting this up and firing this up for the first time. So stay tuned for that. That's it for this video. We'll see you on the next one. And we'll make some CO2. Oh, and then finally, this little CO2 monitor. So we'll open this up. This is a little glass monitor here. So what this is a little vessel here, and you fill it up with liquid, and then you invert it like this. And it's got a little nub here that you put a suction cup on, and you put this liquid in it. And this will tell you the dissolved CO2 in your aquarium water, because it's very important to monitor that while you're setting this CO2 system up. Because if you have too much carbon dioxide dissolved into the water, the fish ain't going to be happy. And this will monitor it. And once everything is set, then you can just have a nice little ornament in the on the side of the aquarium. So we'll set that up along with the setup of the CO2 setup here. But that'll be in another video. So thanks for watching.